シャドーマークをシャドーマークを シャドーマーシャドーマーク
Sleeper might be dead. I'm sorry. I'm late. I'm a little bit late. I was getting something prepared for the episode and got a little jammed up there. I got a thread ready for the today's stream, and I was going through it. I was like, oh, they got images of porn in here. How do I hide everything really quick? So I had to download this extension for Chrome that hides all the images in the thread, and that's what held me the fuck up. Also finding the thread, but hello, everybody, welcome back to Neat and Chill, the best stream on the planet. Yes. How is everybody doing? Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. A little bit late, but we here. You guys like my Naruto shirt? Maybe you can't tell, but let me see here. What the hell does it say? Academy? What the fuck? Well, it's got Naruto up here somewhere. I got this from GameStop over a year ago. Now I'm finally getting some mileage out of it. Bach Rodham, welcome to the stream. No Left 727, welcome to the stream. Grotesque Abomination, welcome. Sleeper, Mo M, everybody, welcome to the stream. We're just relaxing and chopping it up and talking before I get to today's topic. What should I call it? I don't want to call it the main topic because that's OCM podcast. What's another word for topic? Today's subject. Today's subject, but this stream is called Neat and Chill BioFems. So I've been on R9K recently, and I noticed that we have these new general threads called BioFem General, and I'm assuming I haven't really looked into them in depth, but that's what I'm going to do today. But I'm assuming these threads are by women for women based on the OP and what little I've looked into them. And so what I'm going to do for today's stream is we're going to go into one of the BioFem generals just so we can see what it's all about. We're going to be taking a sneak peek into the female R9K clubhouse, so to speak. So yeah, but it's kind of interesting if you think about it. Hold up. Oh, let me make sure because I fucked this up last time. Okay, but it's kind of interesting if you think about it because as long as I've been on R9K, I've never we've always had like a certain amount of women there, a certain amount of girls, but I feel like we're kind of experiencing a change. If you think about it, for there to be a consistent general for BioFems, that's how they keep the trannies out. BioFems, for there to be a consistent general for them, I don't know, man. I feel like R9K culture has probably changed a little bit. Like we have more girls, and I've even noticed in some of the recent threads that I've made, there were more like girls chiming in, like Coomer type threads where I would expect to only get like male input, but I've been getting a little bit more female input in some of my threads. I'm like, oh man, is R9K changing? Again, there's always been girls there, but I feel like there might be a little bit more than usual. Sucks about the crash. Yeah, it's but the timing is the main thing. Like the timing is just fucking ridiculous. I've never seen such crazy timing because I've been riding dirty for so long, for like over 2 years or something like that, and nothing happened. Every little accident I had before that was like in the yard. I had backed into a pole in my yard. The bumper came out of place when I bumped into the tree, pulling out of the yard. Like every little thing that happened in the yard, but nothing ever happened with another car or in the streets or anything like that. The other crazy thing is like before, like I probably what was this, like Saturday? No, no. This it was a Saturday. It was a Saturday before I got my driver's license. I took my niece to the hair store, and I was parked in the wrong place. But everybody parks there. Like it's one of those like hood things or something where everybody parks there. And I happened to be the only one parked there this time because it was early in the morning. And a police officer drove up and said, "I'm gonna give you the chance to move your car before I give you a ticket." And so, like that was another funny thing. Was like right before I got my license, I almost got a ticket for being parked in the wrong place. But I never had got any attention from police officers before that. But right after that, I got my license. But still, getting a ticket would be bad, license or not. Um, and then the accident happened Thursday, so I got my license on a Monday, and then it happened. Then the accident happened Thursday, not this week. I think this all happened like last week or something like that. But yeah, it was crazy. It was some ridiculous timing if you think about it. It was ridiculous timing. And my mom just she hates that part of the city. She hates it over there. And I do too. The track like it's not really that bad, but I think it's more so just like the size of everything. Like it's cramped. Like it's so busy. There are so many different stores. Like it's just like a long street just full of stores everywhere you look, just left, right. And so it's just it's super busy, you know. And it's cramped. It's so cramped, and I feel like it just brings the worst out of people. You know, it's just one of those places where it brings like even today when I was driving to the gym, um, you know, I noticed that like people like driving in front of you, switching lanes without using their turning signals. You know, it made me realize that it doesn't matter how safe of a driver you try to be, other people can fuck you over on the road. You know, they could hurt you, fuck your car up, kill you. You know, so it doesn't. Not saying you shouldn't try to be safe, but you know, it just goes to show you can be as safe as you want to, but that has no effect on what other people are doing. You know, and I just happened to get the shitty end of the stick right after I get my license. Zoomers are more online, including the women. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like there's a bit of a change. There's always been girls on R9K, but I feel like there probably just seems like there's a bit more now. Just seems like there's more girls there. Because I've been getting more girls replying to some of my threads, and I don't even make threads like calling out girls or anything like that. They just chime in. You know, I made a thread about wanting to eat girls' butthole, and then girls started. And then girls started like posting saying, "Oh, I like getting my butthole licked by my boyfriend." That was a whole thing. And now they got the now they got the biofilm general thread. You know, I thought maybe that wouldn't last very long. I saw it a little while ago, like maybe some weeks ago, and I was like, "Yeah, this will last about I don't know, about like 5 or 6 generals." But it's still going now. I think they're on like general 15, 20 or some shit like that. But the one I'm looking at is an older one, like number 5 or something. So yeah, it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. We're seeing a little, more of a visible female presence on R9K. I wonder if girls like Iris have anything to do with that. You know, maybe they see Iris and how much attention she was able to get on R9K, and maybe there are more girls trying to follow suit. But then Iris is also following in the footsteps of other girls. So I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. I don't know, it'd be interesting. 'Cause I always kind of just ignored most of the girls on R9K, but I don't know, it might be interesting to pick their brains a little bit more just to get their perspective and shit like that. You know, the whole color scheme of my stream is just looking real good tonight. Like the chocolateness of my skin, this white Naruto shirt, the city backdrop. Like this is cool. We got a cool thing going on here. Oh man, how are you guys doing? I'm guessing it's a con by men wanting use on those generals, but who knows? I think the stats on the chance is something like 30% women, but most users, men and women, just lurk. So who's no? Oh yeah, I expect guys to go in there, and ask questions and try to just be dickheads and stuff like that. One of the let me see if I can find it real quick. Like, yeah, it's like they have pretty much one rule and ignore impolite moids. That's their word for males, moids, males, voids, females, etc. But yeah, that's always in the OP. Ignore impolite moids because they know guys are gonna come to the thread and talking shit and being perverted and things like that. But again, I've never really looked at one of these threads in depth. I just kind of been seeing them, and I'm like, oh, tonight it's tonight. I'm gonna take one, and we're going to jump into it and see what they're talking about. It's probably a bunch of bullshit though, but we'll see. Should be interesting. There are more TikToks about R9K, so maybe that attracts biofem attention. I didn't even know that. I mean, I've made a few shorts with like R9K type themes and whatnot, but I don't think I had anything to do with that. My shorts don't get much attention. I'm so mad, dude, because on TikTok, I only made one short that got a lot of attention, and it was the one when I was talking about why black guys or why some black guys prefer light skinned girls, and it got fucking taken down for being offensive or some dumb shit like that. Like just crazy shit. And I mean, I got like not a ton, but that was my video. That was my short. That was the only one that really took off beyond just the people that fuck with me. And then TikTok fucking took it down, bro. That was some bullshit. I finally struck some gold and went semi viral, and they took the video down because I dared to talk about how black men prefer light skinned girls. Oh my god, bro! I swear you can't. And then on top of that, on YouTube, my Ted Kaczynski video got taken down. I'm like, what? This crazy shit. I'm just doing commentary on the manifesto. I'm not condoning what this motherfucker did. And then you can find countless videos on YouTube of people talking about the Unabomber, providing commentary on his life, his manifesto, his beliefs. Why does my shit get taken out? I can't pull up the manifesto and read it and analyze it and shit without it being looked at like I'm condoning the shit. It's just ridiculous, bro. Doubt they real women. That could be the case too, but they say biofem. I would hope that the transsexuals of R9K would respect the boundary and not just because I know how I know how trannies can be. They if you don't clarify biofem, they would just hop in anyway. And so I would hope that they would say, okay, well let me back let me back up biofem cis fem whatever. They won't, but it is though. It's an important distinction to make. Whether you believe in transgenderism or not, there is just I mean, other than the obvious difference between the two groups, there's a joke amongst like trannies and shit, like male brain versus female brain and shit like that. And a lot of trannies, no matter how feminine they look, no matter how if they pass or what, they are male brain in a lot of ways because they were socialized and raised as men. So, like, just the things they're interested in and shit like that. Like, they're different beyond just sausage. It's a whole mentality to being a biological female, and they don't have that because they weren't raised as a biological female. So that's why it is important to make that distinction, other than the sausage. Woo boy. Anti Nami, welcome to the stream, bro. Sorry for being a random lurker asking a question out of the blue, but have you heard of Undead Chronic and the War Band? And if you have, what are your thoughts? I have no idea. I have no idea. Let me look him up real quick. What do you say, the Undead Chronic? This sounds like a Cypress Hill, like a Cypress Hill type rap group. What do you say, the Undead Chronic? The Undead Chronic is not coming up. The Undead. What? The who? Wait, what? What did he say? Undead Chronic, the War Band. What? I don't know. Nothing's coming up. Undead Chronic. Undead Chronic War Band. Anti cheat, come by and slaughter. It is it is your group. Undead Chronic. Mine it's a Minecraft server. What the fuck? The legendary UCW show where Undead Chronic, the War Band. Huh. No, I haven't heard of them though. They look like what? They look 4chan adjacent. I thought this was like some Cypress Hill type band or something. Give me a break, a quick rundown. Give me the QRD. Brittany Venti as well used to be a 4chan chick. Now she's a fairly famous YouTuber. Oh yeah, I know. The girl who looked like the sloth from Ice Age, and she got the big saggy titties. You know, I'm saying that I'm not trying to be funny, mostly, but she is like attractive in her own way. Like she's like a cute ugly girl. she like a she's like a cute ugly girl. Like she's like one of the cutest ugly girls I've ever seen. She's got a weird face, and I don't know, like I don't know what her ethnicity is. Like she's just very unique looking. I'll put it like that. But I think she got like a white boyfriend or something like that. Mm. I love cute ugly girls though. Did you start Shippuden yet? Not yet. I'm watching Devilman Crybaby right now. I'm waiting for like the summertime to start Shippuden. Summertime, summertime. But yeah, I'm watching Devilman Crybaby. The art style is ridiculous, but it's very violent. I haven't seen an anime this violent in quite some time. I want to watch that second season of the new Baki too. Like it's a few more I want to watch, like little shorter animes I want to watch before I get into Shippuden, because I know Shippuden is gonna take over the show. It's gonna take over my life for a little bit. Probably like 70% trans and 30 real. Maybe, yeah, for sure. Again, I just hope they would respect the difference, you know. Like they didn't say biofilm for nothing. That's why they explicitly said biofilm. And then on top of that, it's like why even do that? Like why infiltrate that thread? You can make your own. Like make a transsexual gen or something like that. Although they have that on LGBT, but I think there's there's enough zesty niggas and and trannies on R9K for a consistent. I'm surprised that isn't even a thing. You have like I know there are like certain threads that are like just consistent, like the Britfield threads, which I'm assuming are guys from like Britain and the UK. You have the gay general, now you have the biofilm general. I don't see why they wouldn't have a transsexual general, considering the popularity of sausage girls on R9K. Most would definitely will be mostly trans, knowing the state of the user base. What's more affirming than a bio for? Oh yeah, affirming. Oh god, that word. Undead Chronic is a red pill. Okay, okay. I figured that. I looked it up real quick. I was like, this looks like some red pill R9K 4chan shit. Basically talks about hypergamy and all that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can never get enough. We can never get enough hypergamy talk, huh? Oh man. She's black and white mixed. Venti can get it. She can. Again, she's attractive in her own way. I'm just saying she weird looking. She got a weird looking face. Like she one of them cute ugly girls. Cute ugly girl. You got cute ugly girls and you got ugly cute girls. She's a cute ugly girl. You gotta know the difference. Venti is half black too, Marco. You're wow. She got a white boyfriend. Right? And I'm too low tier for her. Right? I'm a small time YouTuber streamer. If I had more social media clout, maybe. More social media clout and a bigger dick, maybe. But I don't think I have enough followers and enough penis for her. And probably not enough height either. Baki goes hard. Yeah, I know. I read like most of the manga, like from when he was a kid up until like a teenager. And conveniently, the anime starts off like right around the point where I stopped reading. So that's when I started watching the anime. And so there's a second season that I think it's called like what is it, like the jail arc or the prison arc or some shit like that. But I haven't watched it yet. But that's what I want to watch too. But I gotta finish up Devilman Crybaby. I want to watch Baki, and I want to watch the other season of Demon Slayer. And I'm gonna do some Dragon Ball. I'm review like some Dragon Ball Z movies, and then once I get through that, that's when I'm gonna do Shippuden. I'll have that by. I'll be starting that by the summertime, and that's gonna be a hoot. I'm sure. I got my Naruto shirt on. I'm ready. Oh boy, I am ready. I couldn't stand Devilman Crybaby. Thought it was ass. I'm on like episode 4. It's only like 10 or something like that. I mean it's all right. Like it's refreshing because of how violent it is. I love, sometimes I get tired of like the cookie cutter type anime and shit like that. And I mean it's got Boy Scout vibes, because the main character and shit, as destructive as he is, he's a Boy Scout anime character, but that shit is violent as hell. It's fucked up. But I think it's the art style that's the most off putting to me. That art style, I'm not really feeling it. Um, but yeah, I'm on like episode 3, episode 4 or something like that. I'll probably finish it this week. But I really want to watch like the next Demon Slayer season. Because I enjoyed the fuck out of Demon Slayer. I had a great time watching that. That got me back into watching anime. Sometimes I fall out of love with anime, and then I watch something that just reinvigorates the weeb in me. Brit is just gender swapped Sid. That's his name, Sid. Oh man, that's Sloth from Ice Age. She looked just like that nigga. She cute though. So again, she cute ugly girl. I would. I would date a girl like that. I would definitely date a girl like that. I keep thinking about how people try to act like guys have high standards, and especially you would think a guy like me, like a Coomer, porn addict. You would think I would just have the highest standards, right? I'm looking at porn chicks and like BBLs and Pogs and all, just crazy shit. But I really don't. When I look at some of the girls some of the girls that I would date, some of the girls I've had crushes on and shit like that. Like I love mid bitches. I love me some mid bitches. I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad at myself because I feel like this cashier girl was choosing the other day, right? So I was coming back home from like a one of those long journeys, and I would run/walk to the gym, work out, and then run/walk back. And it's getting kind of hot. And so I was just like, it was funny because I was carrying a bottle of Fairlife milk from with me as I was coming back home. But you know, milk is not a good choice for staying hydrated when you work. I mean, it's good, but it don't really quench your thirst like some cold water would. So I went to the store on the way home, and I bought like just like the cheapest, like I don't know what you call it, like flavor water, like some flavor water for like 70 cents or something like that. And I remember it was like this super mid, like the most mid black girl you could imagine working as the cashier. And I don't know why. I just got this feeling like she was gonna be extra friendly. And then right when I thought it, she was being extra friendly and shit. And so we were just kind of talking a little bit. And then I forgot exactly how it got on the subject, but she was talking about how like I should get some actual water, like not this flavor water crap, you know. But that was the cheapest thing that was in there. And so she went and got me a bottle of water, right? And I said, "Is that for free?" And she said, "Yeah, it's just it's on me." And I said, "Oh God, you're wonderful." And then she said, "You're amazing." And I was kind of walking out and shit, but I swear, dude, that was one of those times, dude. If I was in my player mode, that was the perfect time to ask for a goddamn number, bro. Like that was so perfect, and I didn't do it. I swear though, the worst thing about this shit, and I've talked about this with guys on R9K, whenever you end up in those situations where you think a girl might be choosing or she might be like flirting or friendly and shit, you're never ready for it. Like I wasn't ready for that shit. I was tired, trying to get the fuck home. And I know where this girl just being super nice, gave me a free bottle of water. We were vibing and shit. And then I just got the fuck out of there. And then by the time I was out of there, I was like, damn, I should have asked for a number. Oh well. I fucked up again. She probably got kids anyway though. I live in the hood. I live in the hood. If you don't want the time sink of Shippuden, there's a fan project called Naruto Rebuild Project that cuts out. I know, but I'm not gonna do it. I thought about it. You know how much filler is in Dragon Ball Z, and we didn't even notice it. Like, yeah, you got to think about it. Like, there's a ton of filler in Dragon Ball Z. That's why they released I think Dragon Ball Kai was Dragon Ball Z without the filler. There's a lot of filler in Dragon Ball, and like some of that filler is like some of the most beloved moments that we remember from Dragon Ball Z, like Goku and Piccolo getting their driver's license and shit like that. You know, like just a lot of the extra standing around and looking serious and whatnot. Some of the little funny parts, like there were some good filler that came out of Dragon Ball Z, and so I'm just like, you know, I should just go ahead and just watch the whole thing and just not even worry about it because, you know, there might be some worthwhile filler there, right? But it is hard. It's hard though because, like, we watched the Dragon Ball Z filler not knowing it was filler. I'm going into this knowing that is. It's funny because even when I watched Naruto, like the first part, I could tell what was filler and what wasn't. That was the bad thing about it, and that's why like I feel you, and I probably should, but I just don't want to worry about it too much, you know. Like I'd rather just break it off into sections, like watch 50 episodes here, 50 there, and it just review chunks of it at a time, you know, and just say fuck it. but I swear when I watched Naruto, I was like, this is filler, bro. I know this is filler. And I was right. I think I was right probably like most of the time. Like when I guessed something was filler, I knew it was because the filler just stood out so bad. It stood out like a sore thumb because it's like the main parts of the story are so good and just have a whole different level of intensity. And it makes sense though because when you're talking about filler versus like the actual plot and the canon, like filler isn't going to make waves. Like filler is not there to make significant changes or strides in the story. And that's why filler tends to not be good. Because it's like they're just dicking around. But when you're actually looking at that the story, like as the main story, there's progression. There's significant events taking place that are affecting characters in the long term, or like things are like it's shit happening that matters. And that's the problem with filler. Like with filler, is stuff happening, but none of it really matters, and you can tell. You can tell. And when stuff doesn't matter, it's hard to really be invested in it. But Naruto has some of the like, and again, I'm just saying this like hindsight is 2020, and we watched the Dragon Ball Z filler not knowing it was filler. So maybe that's why. But I swear, I feel like Naruto compared to Dragon Ball Z has terrible filler. The filler is so filler, it's filler. When I, right, like that's bad. Like that's really bad. I don't care much for a lot of these red pill figures. Just the meat and actual good advice, the people who preach it tend to not practice it. It's a lot. It's a lot of different guys in the red pill space. I try not to jump on every bandwagon. When I was getting into it, I was just looking at everything. But now I've kind of settled into like my personal favorites. You guys know Coach Greg Adams. That's always been like my go-to for like the past couple years when I want to watch some red pill content. An older black guy giving just good general life advice, not just stuff pertaining to women, but just finances and just navigating life in general. But he's definitely been my personal favorite red pill guy. But it is one of those things where like everybody wants to have a voice. Everybody wants to put their 2 cents into it because it's a lane that just like I don't know who opened it up the way that it is now, but it's one of those things that you can kind of get into and make a name for yourself. And then you got different branches too. Like you can be red pill, you can be black pill, shit like that. So, but yeah, I ain't got time for all the new motherfuckers. I don't have time for it. Like it's always a new red pill guy. There's always a new red pill guy on the horizon. I find it funny that the cooler trannies are the ones attracted to their own kind or women in general. I felt like most of them were like that. I felt like most of them were like that. Like I can't even think of like a good number of ones I've seen that were in like a normal relationship with a guy. A lot of them seem to be in sex work or messing around with another transsexual, sometimes women and shit like that. I haven't even seen that many that I was like, oh, that's like a normal relationship. Right? Transsexual with guy. I mean, I'm sure it happens. I'm just saying I don't see it a lot. I am I am racist to why? Devilman Crybaby. Gooner Gang rise up. I was gooning a little bit too much this week. I ain't gonna lie. 54 minutes? I feel like we ain't talked about shit. I just saw the timer there. Did I put my cool watch on? I didn't put it on. I'm looking forward to eating too. Yeah, Gooners, Gooners and Coomers. Gooners and Coomers, rise up. Man, God. I need another hard drive. I got too much porn on my shit. Like these days, I'm more into like collecting porn than even like anything else. I just feel like there's gonna be like a porn doomsday or something like that. I don't know, like, and I feel like I gotta have it like stopped because you remember what happened with like the Pornhub purge and shit like that, where the amateur porn content pretty much got wiped and they no warning, nothing, and what a tragedy, dude. What a and you know what? I was just thinking about this shit too, bro. Maybe I'll make a thread about it on GIF later. I want to talk about it. But I was just thinking about this shit. You know, I'm a porn connoisseur. You know, I indulge in pornography. That's what I do. One of the sad things about the OnlyFans era, bro, is like when you are looking for amateur porn now, everything is a short clip for advertising somebody's OnlyFans or some other website where they are selling their like full clips or pornography or something like that. Like, you know, every now and then I'll be masturbating. You know, and sometimes when I'm masturbating, I either go in my stash or I start just be looking over the internet looking for shit. And like when I'm looking for amateur porn, bro, just like 90% of it is short clips and meant to just advertise the OnlyFans. And like it's just like that shit is just it's so bothersome now. Cause it's so prevalent, you know, cause I'm from a older generation of porn consumers. And I remember when like amateur porn was like people did it just to do it. People did it just to do it. And you would have like I don't know if anybody remembers like XTube. Like XTube was just like a massive amount of amateur porn. I think XTube is going too. That got wiped too because it was just so much amateur porn, right? But people would just make porn just to make it. Whether it was a 5-minute video, 10-minute video. And I think one of the best examples of that, I don't know if any of you guys remember, there was a girl and I guess her boyfriend and her like online name was I Deep Throat or something like that. Like she from like the old school, like early 2000s. And it was just videos of her like sucking her boyfriend dick and shit like that. But like that's the perfect example of what I'm talking about, where it was just a couple and they just made porn, bro. If you like all their videos were full length and you could just watch it and boom, boom, boom. Now, like that's rare. Like you'll see the couples and people making the porn, but it's like it'll be a short clip, it'll be an advertisement and stuff like that. And you know, I respect the hustle. I'm not saying it like they shouldn't do it. You should make your money. I'm just, you know, but I ain't paying for it. But I'm just saying, you know, it's kind of unfortunate and sad to me. You know, not like I need all the porn anyway, but you know, I can just I can just see the shift and the change because I come from a different era where people used to make porn just to make porn, and now people make porn for profit, whether it's at the amateur level and of course the professional level. I mean that's you know that's obvious, but the amateur level it wasn't always like that. People made porn just to make it, you know, and now it's not like that anymore. People it's a price tag to everything, and so you know times have changed. All we really want is a girl that likes us back. Yeah. And she gotta be at least mid though. She gotta be at least mid though. At least mid. I love mid bitches, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Of course, we all like pretty girls too, but you know, I feel like and this would be a good topic for a night walk vlog video. But when I see pretty girls, like I see baggage. You know what I'm saying? Like physically they're more attractive, but I always assume like there's more bullshit that's gonna come with dating them. Like they're gonna have a higher expectation of me. That there is gonna be more like like competition as well. As far as like guys trying to take her from me or flirting with her and talking to her and shit like that. Um, I just feel like the more attractive a girl is, the more likely she is to be high maintenance, you know? And so, like, when I look at girls, I'm not just looking at the physical, I'm looking at how, the more attractive she is, the more high maintenance she's more likely to be. And that's why, like, mid girls have a certain advantage because, and this is always true, but I assume that, if a girl is just kind of mid, like, I ain't looking, she's not going to be as high maintenance. She's probably going to be a little bit more down to earth, and that goes a long way. That goes a long way. But yeah, we want the girl that's giving us some good feedback, some positive feedback. I don't want to feel like I got to chase after a bitch and I'm on my knees begging and pleading, fucking temptation style, right? Yeah, I ain't trying to do all that shit, bro. I love it when a girl gives me some good vibes. I'm more of a former gooner. I've seen and consumed what I've wanted to see and consume. I've seen too much. I've seen too much. But there's another level that I want to see. There's another level of disgustingness. I can't even lie. Like there's another level of just debauchery I want to see. Um and I think then I'll be satisfied. But there's like just because shit's just getting crazier and crazier, dude. Like just for example, like guys getting like rim jobs and shit, like guys getting their ass ate by girls. I remember when that was like rare. I remember the first time I saw that. That was like years ago. Um, I was probably like my late teens or something like that. Probably like late teens. Yeah. And I remember that like it was a black guy with two white girls, and one of the girls was giving him a blowjob, and the other girl was giving him a rim job. And I was just like, damn. Like that shit was next level to me back then. I was like, whoa, bitches do that. I didn't know girls could, you know. No, and now it's normal, bro. And you know what? Something that fascinates me now is like how pornography influences sex culture in the world. I truly believe that pornography has an influence on the sex acts that people choose to engage in, because I can't imagine that I would have thought of doing a lot of the shit that I would want to do with a girl if not for pornography. Like how many guys would have the courage and the balls to say like, can I choke you? Can I like right? Can I choke you? Can I slap you? Can I like I'm not saying these things weren't done, but I think that pornography does. I believe pornography influences the culture just like how music does. Like how music influences how people talk, how people dress. I think pornography does the same thing. I think like cuz I can remember a time where like people weren't talking about men getting their ass ate by girls. But now like you see it popping up like motherfuckers talking like yeah, like AMS, he'll talk about how he get girl like she right like she gonna eat my ass, But there was a time when guys didn't talk about shit like that, bro. I don't because I don't think we had the idea of even doing some shit like that. I feel like pornography, like that's one of the effects of pornography. I think pornography really does have an influences like sex acts from men and for men and women. Like it's kind of interesting when you think about it, right? Like how many guys would think of doing this shit? Like how many guys would have thought to give a girl a facial or something like that? Some would, but I don't think I don't think all of us would have just thought of doing this shit just because. I think pornography gives people ideas on what to try in the bedroom. It's Coomer talk tonight. Oh God, I'm way behind. Shit. Oh, I better hurry up. I broke my no fap streak of 21 days when you talked about low key days. Yo, low key, holla at your boy. I don't have enough penis for her though. My dick way too small. That's a lot of ass, bro. That's a lot of ass. I love that body type. I love that body type, bro. Like just like pear shaped girls where all the fat just goes straight to the ass and the thighs, bro. Like I love that shit. Like one of my biggest crushes was, a cashier girl from years ago who worked at Maxway. I think I made a video about this shit, but she had the same body type. Yeah, they had the same body type. I'm trying to think like who did it better though, bro? Cause low key is she right, but who did it better? Damn. Bro, she was crazy. That shit was crazy. But I can't even. That's a hard, yo. I wish you guys would have seen this girl I'm talking about, bro. I wish you guys would have seen her. I mean, whoa. I mean, that was the crush of my youth. That was my favorite cashier girl of all time. But she had the same body type, except she was black. She was a black girl. But yeah, like whoa. Who I can't even pick because they basically the same thing. I would go for the cashier girl though, just because that was just crazy. That was just crazy, bro. But yeah, I love that body type. Oh man, that shit is but it's sad because like I don't have enough dick. I don't have enough dick for a girl. Like that. It would like when I like visualize myself having the sex with a girl like that. It's just like sad. Like I couldn't handle it. I ain't got enough dick. Hey, it is what it is. I got a video talking about my small dick coming out Monday too. It's gonna be a good one. Unless it's some rotund single mother, of course. Free bottled water is basically second base, bro. You were close. Look, maybe I'm tripping. I could be tripping. Because you gotta be careful with cashier girls. It's their job to be nice, but it's the fact that she gave me a bottle of water for free. I get it. Your job is to be nice, but you don't just give shit away. So I was like, yo, hey. I was like, yo. But even if she was just being nice, still like the vibe, the way that the interaction was just so easy. Like those are the times to ask somebody out right there, bro. Like when it's like, cause then it wouldn't have been like a code approach situation. Like we were already like going back and forth um and just having some good bands. Like that's the perfect time to ask the girl out because you don't have to do that code approach shit. Now it's too late. Even if I saw her again, it would be me. I gotta build up to it. And like, nah, I fuck up every time. Every time I get like those kind of chances, I fuck it up. I'm a solid three and a one on a bad day, and I've managed to pull and open some pretty nice doors. Personality can take you far. Yeah, I'm not saying, I've never been one of those guys to say like you gotta be, straight up Chad. It's some ugly dudes out there. It's some ugly motherfuckers out there that get pussy. Dragon Ball's filler and slice of life moments were pretty well placed and enjoyable. That's Toriyama for you. Yeah, it was some good shit. It was some good shit. And again, I don't know how much of it was us not knowing, but because I can remember when I went back, like when I first started to realize, like I was like, oh, that was filler, like because I didn't understand the concept of filler until after, you know, I leveled up my anime knowledge. I was like, oh, filler versus canon. I got you. Now I was like, oh, there's so much filler in Dragon Ball Z, but we enjoyed it. But I remember that Naruto filler being bad. It was bad. Just skip the fillers, please. They suck so hard in Shippuden and messes with the pace of the show. I'll think about it. Again, it's like, because the thing is, like, what fucks me up is I've heard, like, there are episodes with half filler and half, like, that's hard, bro. It's hard to skip shit like that. So it's like, because I've seen what you're talking about. And I'm like, yo, like the way you gotta navigate the episodes is just it's too much. Like I almost rather just give up and just watch it. Like it's not like neatly placed filler. It's all over the fucking place, bro. They got filler just all over the place. Like I would have to really like make a blueprint and game plan just to avoid the filler. When I could just say, let me just watch fucking Naruto shit, but let me just watch the shit. But we'll see. We'll see. It is bad though. I ain't gonna like going off the Naruto filler. That shit was terrible. It was a bad filler. I eventually went back and watched what I skipped when I had nothing to do. Though Genshin porn art goes hard, like it ain't even the sex. The artwork is pretty. Don't get me started on certain NSFW ASMR voice actors and script. It is though. Like there are some great artists. There are some great doujin art. I love me some doujins, bruh. I hate how the animated, like the hentai animation game is falling off though. Like I feel like we peaked with Tamani and Asagi and Kengoku Senken and that other one where like the Elf Kingdom was invaded or something. And they were all getting, that one. I feel like every now and then we'll have a good one drop, but it's just crazy, bro. I feel like anime hentai or hentai anime peaked like 10 years ago, bro. Like now it's just like I don't know, like I rarely see anything impressive. Really the most impressive stuff is like 3D. Like when you see those 3D those like 3D porn of like video game characters and stuff like that. Like that's some of the best shit right there. Like the Jill, the Resident Evil 3 Jill, Ada, Femboy Link. That's some of the best shit you'll see. But the actual like 2D animated stuff is like it's not good. Chad is literally saying, back in my day, porn was different. It was. Porn was different. I'm old enough to say that. I'm 31. I know I look. I got my boyish good looks and charm, but I'm a veteran in this bitch. I'm the big Aniki. Shit, I seen some stuff. I'm telling you, man, it's a different era. I'm just saying, I remember when amateur porn was just that. It wasn't fucking advertised. It wasn't OnlyFans advertised. Bro, like Reddit. People talk shit about Reddit. Reddit is one of the best places for porn, dog. I'm telling you, Reddit is crazy with the porn shit. However, the advertising is out of this world, bro. Cause like you'll go to like a subreddit for porn, and then you'll see people again posting like a clip or a picture promoting their OnlyFans, and then go to that person's profile and see their post history. They're posting the same clip and the same picture on multiple subreddits, like the same thing with the same title, just trying to advertise they shit, bro. Like that's what it is now. And I respect the hustle, make your money, but I just think it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Like that's what it turned into. I mean, but okay, silver lining because of the money though. That probably has also encouraged more people to create pornography for my viewing pleasure. So you gotta look at it like that too. Is that it's probably a lot of people making amateur porn that wouldn't do it if there wasn't a financial incentive. So you just gotta hope for that OnlyFans leak to pop up on Spank Bang or something. if they can purge amateur corn content to that scale, just imagine what else they could do. Just yeah, like just it's gone. Bye. They just and it hit multiple websites at once. Like it's when you think about the shit that's going down, bro. I'm telling you, like it's tragic. To me, it's tragic in a way. It's tragic, and that was the era before 30-second clips for advertising your porn. Like, oh my god, like just think all the backshot videos that just. Oh man, the big booty backshot videos that got deleted. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, it's some sad shit. Gone. Poof. They did it just like that. They ain't give me no email. They ain't warn a nigga. Damn. But that's why I save shit. Cause you never know. You never know. Money in pornography has risen as an incentive so much thanks to how mainstream and popular the internet is. It is rare for people to do it just to do it. And I can't blame people for prioritizing money. Yeah, absolutely. Make your money. Make the money. You know, I'm just I'm tired of them short clips, bro. I be on Pornhub and it's like, damn, this video look good, but shit, 30-second clip, 45-second, 59-second clip. Off a 30-minute video, damn. You know, but yeah, it's so much porn. You still don't gotta buy that shit, bro. It's tempting sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I be tempted, bro. I gotta, it's tempting. Like, man, I could just drop $5-10, download the whole set, but it's more than enough free porn out there, bro. It's so much. Like you don't have to buy that shit, you know. But I guess if you got disposable income, yeah, you could. But people who make porn for the sake of gooning, mad respect. You got some motherfuckers out there, bro. Like not anymore. Like it's rare now, but there were some people they were just making the shit. They were just doing it. Like, man. We just doing it. They got rid of amateur porn because Pornhub was accused of having. Yeah, I know the reasoning, you know. And the thing is, like, that's not even like 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 completely like a bad reasoning because the fact is before when they didn't have like any sort of age verification of things, you really could have like how would you know like if I uploaded a video I'm in college, right? Like let's just say the theme is I'm in college hitting a girl from the back. How would you know she was 18, 19 or set, right? Like you wouldn't. So like just common sense would tell you like there definitely was like some, shit that got through because of there wasn't any sort of like verification or filter or anything like that. So I get the reasoning. I'm not saying I don't get it. They were just like, fuck it, wipe the whole thing, just get rid of it, and we'll start from scratch. I'm just saying, and the tragedy is that outside of what needed to be deleted, that got deleted, that's what's unfortunate. But that was definitely some real shit. Cause you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know what was, people of legal age engaging in sex act and what wasn't, right? Cause there's a thin line. There's a thin line between 18, 19, 20, and 17, right? So in a sense, there needed to be a change, right? But I'm just saying, like, to wipe it all, like, you that bitch 40, you know, right? This old ass bitch. Can I keep the myth? Like, can we keep the myths? The BS baggage on pretty girls is so real. Yeah, I mean, again, I assume. I don't want to generalize too much, but I think that it's a safe assumption to make, It's a safe assumption to make. That's part of the reason why. I always say if I open the doors, if I open myself up to like fat gorilla whores, I mean, got fat gorilla hoes, I could have been lost my virginity because they don't expect shit because they fat gorilla hoes, fat orc gorilla hoes. They don't expect nothing, right? But you got to find that right balance. The more attractive, the more crazy, the more baggage. Then the less attractive, then it's like, what's the point? You don't even like her. So that's why I feel like you want that middle ground. A good six that's not crazy and can stay the fuck out the way. No baggage. Like that's dude. That's a prize right there, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, a nice mid girl that's sloppy on the low. Oh, but that cashier girl I saw the other day that gave me that water, boy, she looked like she'd be nasty, bro. I ain't go. She looked like she just got that look. Maybe I've been looking at too much like amateur, but she got that look like she got that look like she'll eat your butthole. I don't know what it is, bro, but she just gave me that vibe. I'm like, man, I bet she's nasty, bro. She just looked nasty. But whatever. I don't think men getting their asses ate is normal. At least I hope it is. And dude, I don't know, bro. I'm hearing too much about motherfuckers getting their ass ate, like from regular dudes. Like I bet you, if I go to ADV and make a thread and say, "How do I get my girl to eat my ass?" I guarantee you, it can be guys coming in there like, "Yo, step by step, this is how you." Right? I promise you, dude. If you just go on any board on R9 on 4chan where it would be appropriate to talk, or just Reddit, whatever the case may be, just look it up, bro. Like I don't be into it like that, but I'm just saying I keep seeing too many guys just being like, yeah, like my girl ate my. In fact, in the thread that I made the other day talking about eating girl butt, there was a girl who chimed in and said she was she ate her boyfriend's butt. So it just seems to be becoming normalized. I guess that's the word. I feel like men getting rim jobs is becoming more normalized. Low key getting shadowed in Dubai as we speak. Is she in Dubai? Somebody flying her out. Somebody gonna be flying unless she had a boyfriend. But even then, he might be he might be into that. He might be into that shit. So who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised. Somebody flying her out. That boy, that's the kind of fat girl I can get behind. That's the funny thing is she fat. Like she fat. Like but all the fat went to the right place. Like it's kind of funny because generally speaking, I don't like fat girls, but if you fat the right way, right, you can be fat the right way. Some cashier women who are hella mentally ill, but to know that you got to talk to them and listen first. Of course, oh yeah, a lot of crazy bitches out there. That ain't nothing. That bitch was probably crazy as hell. Who knows? You can't judge a girl by how she is at work because they be on their best behavior. She might be fucking wacko, slashing tires. You never know. You never know these. You never know. The gas station dick pills. Naruto Shippuden filler list, first site on Google, neatly displays everything that is canon and mixed canon episodes. Oh my god. A cemetery or blade listener. I know of them, but I haven't listened to them. Okay, so next we got we're gonna look at the biofilm thread. The biofilm general. I got all caught up here, so let me see here. I'm sure somebody will notice that and point that out. Oh. I better not do that. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, so let me see. Let me um 2024 custom. Oh, hey, there we go. Okay. All right, so this is the BioFem General number 5. This is one of the older ones. So this is my first time looking deeply into one of these threads. And so you see here it says emergency bake edition will delete if another thread is created. Rules, ignore impolite moids. Go. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of go through here and see if I can find anything interesting. Moids and especially trannies can go to hell. We're off to a great start. This is a moid's only interaction with a woman. LMAO. So here's the fact. So what is this thread? A place for biological women to talk about their lives. It's not complicated. Why aren't you on Crystal Cafe? It has been aggressively rated for years and is dead. Well, you're rating my male safe space. 4chan is not a male website and R9K is not a male board. If it were, there would be rules against women like on Crystal Cafe. Besides that, simply having a thread is not rating. That's fair. It's not a it's not a male board by design. So I don't care about any of that. I just hate you and want you off my board. We've been here for years, Anon. Would you really prefer us not to have a containment thread? Otherwise, we'll just post anywhere. But they're gonna post anywhere anyway. So let's be honest. I'm a man. Can I post here? We can't stop you. But if you wish to engage politely, always sign your post T-mail. I'm a tranny. Can I post here? No, die. That's cold, man. What does Nona mean? Anon, Nona, backwards. Who is Lewis? You're Lewis. I want a whole sock. How do feminized feel about random hypothetical Moy scenario? This is not ATOGA. Okay. But I want to point out one thing. Look at what they say. I want a whole sock. So this is another example of how girls cannot be femcells. Girls cannot be none of that shit. Because what's the first thing? What's one of the first things they do is establish if you come here trying to date us, trying to like us, and trying to get with us, it's not gonna happen. Take your ass a sock. We don't want you. But I guarantee you they're gonna talk about some woe is me lonely shit, right? But off the rip, don't try to date us, silly boys. Not surprising though. Moys and trannies have entire boards to themselves, cannot even leave one single general alone. Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, I'm not surprised because you can't expect motherfuckers on R9K to have class, But I would never go into this thread, for instance, just trying to start shit, Now I'm looking at it now just to see what it's all about. I could post in it later, maybe asking a question or something like that. But I wouldn't come in here trying to be disruptive. Like that's so classless. I try to look. I shit post, but I try to shit post with class. But maybe it's just my age. What the fuck? Hold up. What's the? Hold on. I'm trying to see. Okay. Sorry, girls. I asked Amoy to make a thread for us because I thought we were only two active Nonas and both of us couldn't make one. That was a very dumb thing to do, and I take accountability for my mistakes. Oh, God, it is pretty dumb. Did the Moy OP delete it or did a janitor delete it? If the OP deleted it, then it wasn't a Moy. If a janitor deleted it, then, grim implications. Because one thing I've noticed, they've had some try hard janitors and mods on R9K recently. I wouldn't be surprised if they did try to delete the threads or something like that. I don't know. It's some we got some motherfuckers taking their job too seriously. Good morning, ladies. Although we may have our differences, for what it's worth, I hope you are all having a lovely day, night, What do you think of my pygmy anteaters? I personally think they are quite funny looking. T male. Oh, that's good. We got this guy already in here trying to interact with the ladies. Look, I don't want to call him a simp. I don't want to call him a simp. Just trying to chat with girls doesn't make you a simp by default, But I just always assume if a guy is coming into one of these threads to post, he's probably looking for a girlfriend or something like that. BioFems forever. Yeah. How do I meet Fem cell girlfriend? The compatibility would be through the roof, and yet we're no doubt both asocial shut-ins who don't socialize. Please advise. I don't know, man. The whole thing with me and Iris didn't work out. I thought she was, well, not, she don't even believe in fem cells because she actually isn't that ridiculous. But I see how guys would think though, right? Like, oh, my female equivalent, kind of like how I looked at Iris. But you always gotta keep in mind, bro. Girls live in a completely different world from us. Like it's like their perspective is always gonna be different because they have options. We are sitting here no options whatsoever. They got options, so they are always in position to pick and choose, like from a bunch of guys. So you always got to keep that in mind. As much as you might have in common with a girl, y'all might even be on the same wavelength and all that shit. The options change everything, bro. That's why I would never come to a thread like this looking for a girlfriend. Fembots, would you let a handsome, depressed loner robot like me eat you out? This is exactly the kind of post I would expect here. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. On behalf of my gender, oh my God, this guy is tipping his fedora hard already. I want to apologize to BioFems for not being reliable enough to even create a simple thread. You deserve so much better, and it hurts me. We aren't giving it to you. You deserve the word. Well, really, they should make their own thread. I don't know why the fuck they're trying to outsource it to some fucking simp. Can you stop with your Coomer shit and stop making everything sexual? But you gotta expect that. Really, okay, girls. Here's some advice. Yes, right there. Do not feed the trolls. No, yes. Don't even engage with motherfuckers like that. That's the main thing. Because once you engage, it becomes a back and forth affair, and then it starts to change the tone of the thread. Sometimes I'll make a thread and then somebody will post some bullshit. I'll just not even reply to them, and I'll just reply to somebody else and skip right over them. You got to be careful with shit like that because it'll ruin the vibe. Don't even give motherfuckers like that attention. I don't know what the fuck this thread is. I haven't been here in so many years, but I go ahead and assume it's the replacement for GFD. I'm not gonna read the rest of that. I'm not gonna read the rest. I was about to go in too. I was like, oh, here's a good post. I'm not gonna read that. Oh God. You saw it. You can read. I'm not gonna read that. That was ridiculous. Moys wonder why no one takes them seriously when they post cringe shit. Like, yeah, yeah. No matter how smug Moys would try to be in this thread, we all know this cuts them. We all know this cuts them deep. I hope that these threads aren't just basically girls versus boys, right? I will hope that the girls are actually saying something insightful about their lives and having a discussion with each other. I'm a woman and I'm not alone though. Honestly, I don't know how. Oh my god, dude. See, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, you got guys coming into the thread just posting bullshit like this, dude. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Like, it's no way the classes motherfuckers on R9K could just leave a thread like this alone. You know, I see it all the time. Like people posting in threads they don't even like. And this is like anywhere, bro. And I get it if you're trying to have like a real discussion or a debate or something like that. But like I don't get people who get upset about threads that they don't have to click on and shit like that. But maybe I'm expecting too much out of the robots here. I asked this last thread but didn't get much response, so I asked again and leave it be if no response. Do any other nanas exercise? If so, what do you do? I've been lazy and gained a bit of weight. I am going to count calories, but I also want to get physically healthier as well. All right, this sounds like a reasonable post by a Foyd. I hate that word. Okay. Yeah, at least thrice a week. I have some dumbbells at home and use a home trainer. Do full body with 22-pound dumbbells. Counting calories is a must, but don't become weird about it. I used to. My brother set up his old modded Xbox 360 with those old Connect exercise games, and I want to go back starting with those. I went to gym once and it was awkward. I didn't know what to use. Thinking about hiring a trainer, but those are expensive too. Yoga is probably the best option for me. Shut in Moy here. Just dance. It's your best friend. All right, that was kind of wholesome. I like that. Okay, girls talking about trying to exercise and get in shape. It's so cute to think of a girl like I'm gonna use Connect exercise games. So, oh man, that's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see coming into this thread. Any advice on how to get into at home training? Don't know where to start. I'm really shrimpy right now. Can't even do a push up with proper form. Keck, couch potato. Oh boy, I think the thread is getting rolling now. I used to go to a gym, but I hated the commute. So it became I began doing it at home. You need some cardio to get your heart pumping, at least at a pace where you can still talk while exercising, only pushing yourself to go further from time to time, and some body training, weight lifting to promote muscle growth. No, you won't become like a gym bro. Having lean muscle just means you burn more calories passively. A lot of girls they fear, that's one thing that they're afraid of is like if I start lifting weights, I'll become muscular and manly and things like that. So I don't know, some dumbbells that are at least 10 pounds are essential. They shouldn't be too expensive. Bodyweight training is also good. Just look up calisthenics. You can ease into push-ups by doing them in easier ways. But yeah, that's some solid advice. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of resources you can look into. Like YouTube has a lot of shit. Like recently, I've been looking on YouTube for like leg stretches and stuff, get my legs warmed up for running and whatnot. But yeah, you can go to like places like Reddit or YouTube and just look up like different workouts, exercise you can do at home with just a little bit of equipment. God, though, I just feel like a gym would just be great for anybody, especially a girl though. Especially a place like Planet Fitness because it's like all the cardio equipment and shit like that. Because I'm sure most girls wouldn't want to go like running, right? Like out in the wild. I know a lot of them do, but that could be dangerous or scary to a girl. But yeah, that's some solid advice. Oh yeah, and some good advice would be to just try, put on some nice music, and go for a walk at least. Got to stay active. Don't worry too much about form at the beginning because it will lead to autismo moments, and the overthinking might discourage you. Yoga is also a good option. Flows are a great way to build strength without any need for equipment. Male. Okay, yeah, yes. Now this is nice. This is wholesome. This is some wholesome biofem discussion here, and you got a few moids chiming in. This is cool. I hate this crap. I hate feeling guilt tripped to do shit I don't want to do. Going to church fucking sucks. I don't want to waste 3 hours of my fucking day for shit that doesn't do anything for me. And to make matters worse, when he's going over time, let me go home. Well, is this like a girl who's like going to church or something like that? Church is so cute. You are 50% more cute for going to church. I'm assuming, this is my assumption, this girl might be underage. Because this sounds like a girl that's being forced to go to church when she doesn't want to go. How many girls you know go to church on like the Sunday, like go to church on Sunday every goddamn week, to the point of being annoyed by adult women if they don't want to go? Again, I'm just saying this one right here smells like an underage. To go be going to church when you don't want to go to church. I'm lucky that, when I was going to church, my mom's a Jehovah's Witness. Man, it's a big difference. It's a big difference between like Jehovah's Witness church and the normal Christian church. Like the Jehovah's Witness church, when you're gonna go and when you're going home. And it would only last an hour or two every time. It was gonna be an hour or two, and never more than that. And that was the cool thing about going to the Jehovah's Witness church. They don't play that shit. They don't play that all day church shit. But this girl got to be underage, because adult women don't go to church unless they want to. You are 50% more cute for going to church. Why is it cute? I don't understand. I already walked out and hiding in the care. Why are girls so bad at typing? I swear I've never seen so many typos in my life except looking at this damn thread. I don't mind church. What I hate about it is the judgmental moids who love to judge us through their selective use of passages, yet they get mad when you do the same to them. Then there's the fire and brimstone sermons. Why don't the preacher talk about Jesus' love for humanity and how to attain God's love? Instead, don't do this or you're going to hell. If you do that, you're going to burn for all eternity. Oh, she going to one of those old school churches. Damn. But again, I stand by that. This is underage for sure. Adult women don't go to church unless they want to. Mm-hmm. I jump rope as a part of my cardio. I got into it because I started to hate running even after running marathons. It can get intense and you can get injured easily with it. It's plyometric, so your joints would take a beating. You have to get into it slowly. What I did is start with 30 seconds of jumping, then 30 seconds of rest. Do that 10 times, but I had a lot of cardio to begin with, so you may have to do something like 10 to 20 skips, rest a bit, and keep at it until you reach 500. Just maybe increase the amount of skips once you start getting better. The channel's called Phoenix Nation and Jump Rope Dudes. I know it's a Moy's channel, can help out. What's wrong with that? But I jump rope too. Jump roping is very fun once you get the hang of it. It took me a while, especially because I got like weird feet where my balance is really off. But man, it's jump roping is definitely a lot of fun. Moyd here. I hated women, but now that I know you do cool things like self improvement, I'm falling in love. I guess women. Oh my god. Oh my lord. I swear, you see a few girls working out and going to church, and now all of a sudden you in love, right? But I guess I'm not much better. I saw when me and Iris were talking, and when she when she was talking about just wanting to stay in the house and play video games, I was like, oh, I was like, oh Lord, I found the one. Other than now, I don't know where this thread is gonna go, but I expected the early drama, but it seems like it's leveling out now. They're just talking about normal stuff. Used to browse this board back in 2014, 2016, kind of fell back on and off here and there. Anyway, surprised to see this sort of thread. Hello, Nonas. I hate that. Nanas? Is it Nonas or Nanas? I don't like that. I don't like none of this. Boys, boys, Nonas. Girls are fucking scary. I gotta second guess everything they say all the time. It drives me insane. Girls are pretty ridiculous. If you want to understand women, ask them what they want to eat. Mm, okay, I'll try that. This guy, can one of you be my girlfriend, please? I'm so lonely. Dude, don't even try. He got no replies, by the way. Don't even try that. We still got some good exercise talking here. Damn. I might need to come up in here. Damn. Why bother to engage with this thread? Is all if it's all trannies and trolls anyway. Because when a biofilm is posting, this place gets a lot better and it shows. Hopefully, we get more of them. Statistically, it can't be all trannies and trolls, right? It's not totally impossible that a girl will be using 4chan. It's not. We definitely got girls on R9K and 4chan. Is this really a girl? Like I'm just saying, like all this. This is some good workout advice. If this is a girl, then I applaud her for giving such attentive, good workout advice. But I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to get my hopes up, because honestly, I came into this thread expecting like drama and trash, but that's pretty cool. Like they on some self improvement shit. There are now generals of this shit. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in you all. Come on now. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool to have it. In fact, I hope that it continues. I hope girls continue to have their own little general that they can, click up in and chat and whatnot. But it could be problematic too because you guys know on my Discord I don't allow girls. I don't allow girls in my Discord because girls ain't nothing but trouble. Girls ain't nothing but trouble online. I think they're better off amongst themselves. That's why I kind of like this. When are women gonna admit that they are the upper class of society? And then nobody takes the bait. Nobody takes the bait. Reading your post from previous thread about not wanting boyfriends who watch porn, mom broke me into actively not looking at porn now that I have a crush on a girl. Even deleted my all my hentai pics and Instagram, Twitter too. Oh my god, dude, you just sold out. Dude, I don't see you staying away from porn for long. However, I would give you kudos for deleting your porn. Please prove me wrong by not going back to it. Oh my god, dude. What? Now I'm disappointed. God damn, dude, you got rid of your shit over a girl you got a crush on, and she probably done more nasty shit than what you look. This is a good topic, by the way, because I've been thinking about making. I've made a couple. I've made a couple like videos talking about porn and shit like that. So this is a good topic because I know that there are a lot of girls out there that don't want like Coomer boyfriends and shit like that. So I'm not really surprised to see that sentiment in the biofilm thread. Although I would like to, that's definitely one to explore more. But damn, dude, like that's look. If you want to do it for yourself. But I think like it's crazy when I see guys do it for a bitch because it's like you're deleting the stuff that you've watched, the porn you've watched. I guarantee you, the girl you're doing it for, she's done worse than what you've looked at. Like you're probably more pure than she is, and you're the one making adjustments. You're deleting like crazy shit, bro. Go away, go away, go away. They're pretty good about not responding to the bait though. Look at this. Just admit you want some private time with Chad, not me, Chad, and you don't want your parents hearing your moans. No replies. I'm proud of them. Now again, I'm not saying like they do this all the time, but I'm noticing a trend where it's like the most obvious like trolley posts aren't really getting a lot of replies. Like they're really just kind of like good about ignoring the bullshit. It's the girl that felt like she was being stalked still here because I too feel that way, and we have a good reason for it. I think 4chan might appear big at first, but when you start posting in general kind of threads like this, one, you start to realize actually how small the site is. It's the same people posting most of the time. I made the mistake of adding people from 4chan on Discord, and now I'm afraid to post anything related to my persona because I'm afraid someone might be looming over me. Be careful and don't lose your. And I always forget how to say anonymity and anonymity if you're planning on chilling on the site for long periods of time and be active posting. That's true though. I made a thread the other day, and this isn't even the first time I've noticed it. But you know, sometimes like there are certain threads I have a habit of making because of what I'm interested in. And like there was a guy in the thread who was like I've noticed you've made like this thread before. And I'm like, what? Right. And but that's real shit. That's real shit. Because what you have people who post there for years, like myself. And so like I know just for instance, for years, I've seen somebody, I don't know who it is, but they post like this thread with like this light skinned twink or some shit, like some light skinned gay dude or something. And with like just different variations of it, but I know it's the same guy posting that shit. And so, but you'll notice if you pay attention, there are certain people making certain threads, and so you do gotta be careful about shit like that. But you know, I'm Mr. Chad Marco, and I put myself out there like that anyway, so I can't really complain. But I can understand if you're a girl and you want to be completely anonymous, you got to be careful with that. I've never posted any information on here. I've seen too many docs. Yes, the age of consent is a patriarchal structure used to oppress women by pretending they need to be under their father's patriarchal rule until 18 instead of being able to choose whoever they want to. Women deserve freedom and not judgment, as do the men they choose to be with. That's like something that a man would say. I hate the fact that I know that my girlfriend used to be into black, among other fucked up fetishes that I won't mention in case she might be here for whatever reason. Hmm. That's a questionable post. Reminder to ignore moys and trannies. God, this is so cringe as fuck. Anyways, I'm feeling good this morning despite the hangover. I'm hoping to get that therapy appointment soon, and my doctor prescribes something other than SSRIs and Vistaril. I'm beginning to think alcohol is our own to something. Oh God. That this sounds like something a girl would say. I'm of the firm belief we should make Lolly Shota porn equal to CP and burn every Lolly Shota artist alive. That's like that. That's a female post. I get tired of Coomers trying to weasel around to not admit they want to harm children. It's just factually the case that female attractiveness goes down the higher the age. Well, yeah. Well, you know, there's a peak and then there's a decline. There's a peak. Now, this is the stuff I would expect to see, but I don't know why they have like this fake female lolicon shotacon in it. But I think that's somebody trolling, like pretending to be a woman lolicon shotacon in the thread or something like that. Yeah, lolicon liberation now. He even oh god, stop responding to the sick boy. Yeah, that's yeah. Don't disappoint me. Why aren't you on Crystal Cafe? It has been aggressively rated for years and is dead. So this has to be a guy. Women literally can't create or maintain anything. They need men to do all the meaningful work. Then scribble girl power. Don't need no man. On the labor of invisible males. Disgusting creatures on every level. Not human. Looking forward to all of you. Oh boy. Oh yeah. So damn, dude, the girls are great about not responding to trolls like this. Though the only one that responded was the lolicon dude. God, Moys are still melting down over one thread. Post Gore for the fifth straight thread. It'll work this time, right? So I'm assuming somebody is posting like Gore. Again, I got the images blocked because I figured there'd be some, not safe for work shit in here. What was this guy talking about? I didn't want to admit it at first, but I'm a guy. Kind of hard to admit it because of how shit the other posts made by guys are. Oh God! So you got, of course, you got guys in here posting. Then you don't know who are the guys, who are the girls. It's great. What the fuck is this R9K? I bet my ass 100% of the posters in this thread are male. Good morning, Nanas. I see the Jin has improved a lot. That Nana average advising us not to engage with Moys really gave us foresight. So did the Anon, who assured us that the hostility was just like R9 gay at the beginning and it would wind down. That's true. That's true. Now I haven't been in R9 gay. That's too gay even for me. But I noticed the one thing I do know is that there were people who didn't like R9 gay when it started up, but it's been a consistent thing. I think they were like general 2,000, 3,000, or some shit like that. And so again, I'm assuming that people don't really go in there fucking with them like that anymore. But initially, I remember that there was some heat about us having like a fucking gauge in basically up there, and that's what you got to do. Don't engage with the trolls. That's all they want. Once they realize that they're not getting the engagement that they want, they're kind of fizzle out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hold up. Hold up. What the fuck? Oh, the image came back. I think I fucked up the where I was at. Okay, I shouldn't have hit that. Hold up. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck this guy is talking about. Okay, this seems to be kind of interesting. Question for Foys: what do you guys mean when you say you just want to vent? What kind of questions would you like me to follow up with if you are venting? Is asking why you feel the way that way okay? I'm having a lot of trouble with this because I'm a guy who grew up in a small, tightly knit male only circles. The way we would react if one of our bros brought up a personal problem of his would be to immediately offer solutions. From what I read here and elsewhere, It seems you guys really don't like it when we do this in the wrong context. How can I know what the wrong context is? Also, I know some of you guys hate us, but try to understand for most of us, coming up with solutions isn't us trying to control you or be paternal. It's just that this mode of thought is the only way we interface with problems and comes from a good place. That's a semi decent question. Okay, this guy. Um, okay, personally, I hate venting. It's just trauma dumping, light, and it's really tedious. I rather fix problems instead of complaining about them because after I vent, the thing that caused my ire is still there. So why waste the energy? That's very rational. This is so realistic and literally true. I know it's a parody of it, but it's so very true. Just letting us talk is therapy to us. Making me get it out not only makes me feel better, but it also literally vents it out so I can think better on what to do. Sometimes by just talking about it, I can literally see what I was thinking is completely dumb or mention the solution without realizing it. Just let us talk. You do more to help us than just suggesting solutions. That may work for you guys, but for us, we feel better and can figure out our solutions just by talking. Huh. Damn. I don't understand that completely. Um, I don't like venting. Um, when I have a problem, I like to reflect. That's my thing. If I have an issue, I like to reflect. Now, I get like the whole aspect of talking about shit, like talking through shit, but when I do it, it's usually like a personal thing. Like I just sit by myself or go outside at night and I just like talk and express to myself. In a way, I try to like talk to the universe or my consciousness, God consciousness, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I just be as honest with myself as I can be. And that tends to work for me when I need to reflect and figure out a solution or a way forward. Um, Pretty much just taking time and thinking to myself. But as far as like venting to other people, nah, nah, because kind of like what the guy said in the original post, um, for men, we tend to be solution oriented. When my friend comes to me talking about his crazy girlfriend, like, I'm dropping solutions. But I realize now most of the time, he don't want a solution. He wants to vent, you know. But that's how I think. I think about, okay, how do we make progress? How do we get a solution here? Um, if I want to vent, I vent to myself. I'm not gonna waste somebody's time by talking about shit, when I'm not thinking in terms of a solution or thinking in terms of a way forward. That's kind of interesting. Putting your thoughts and emotions into words and knowing someone is reading or might read and probably shares that experience. The intention for this behavior goes this two ways. One is your female brain cannot understand, so I'm going to overwrite your thoughts. Second is you hate the other person being in distress so much, you try to come up with a solution right away. I know that because I used to do the latter all the time. It's not something just men do. Both of them come out as arrogant. It's not the reason why the person is trusting you with their issues. To vent is to have your feelings understood, to be heard. And if a female asks you if she can vent to you, she trusts you, and you're probably a good person in perspective. Huh. I usually already know how to solve my problems, or at least the steps required to work on them. The problem is I'm a hydraulic mechanism and I build up pressure. As a human, that pressure is emotional. I'm not going to be very effective in trying to solve the problem if I'm overwhelmed by my emotions. So I need to vent the pressure out. It isn't as if solutions are useful, but first I need to get myself in a focused state of mind, and that requires exposure of excess emotional turmoil. It is also a trust exercise. It's very practical when you understand it. Really just ask questions that facilitate further sharing until I talk myself out of energy. And then I'll recuperate and be much more capable of actually dealing with the issue. I actually think that's a good point because I feel like that's pretty much like I feel like I've experienced that where I knew that I was in like a more like emotional state. Like I could sense a certain level of maybe negativity within myself that just wasn't gonna go away because I snapped my fingers. And that I needed to address that before I could really move forward. I don't always take the healthiest approach to dealing with that, but I'm just saying I can understand what she's saying in terms of like emotional buildup and how you have to kind of work through that before you can, um, you know, really get yourself back on track. How you work through that is up to you. But again, like I said before, I'm not a venter. That's one thing about me. If I'm going through some shit, you probably not gonna know it. Like you guys know, I put out that video, um, the seasonal depression video. Um, the whole time I'm going through that shit, nobody I know, my mom or friend, nobody knew I was fucking depressed. Right? I was in my room playing Grand Theft Auto, eating junk food, jacking off. Right? That was my way of dealing with, my emotional build up, if you will, that build up of emotional pressure, if you will. That was my way of dealing with it. Again, I don't always deal with it in the healthiest way, you know. And I guess maybe this goes back to how people make fun of guys for not wanting to open up, make fun of guys for not wanting to do things like therapy. Um, this could, in a way, be something that you could say women are better at, as far as like understanding the value of talking about shit like that. But I guess for me as a man, my assumption is always that nobody gives a fuck and that I got to deal with my own shit. And so my way of dealing with stuff like that is usually to keep it to myself and just try to work through it by myself. And then you guys will hear about it later. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of an interesting thing right there. Um, but I'm gonna stop here because this is a 500 post thread. Um, but I gotta say, from what I can see of the thread of the gen, I like what I see. Um, they are smart enough not to engage with the trolls too much. You have men who come into the thread and they present, interesting questions like that. They're willing to respond to and give their perspective of. You see them talking amongst themselves about self improvement. You saw a lot of talk about exercise in the thread, talking about what's going on in their lives as far as like, that one girl that you know wasn't having a great time going to church. But yeah, I mean, this is honestly, I expected a bit more engagement with the trolls. I can't lie. I'm proud of them for that though, and maybe a bit more like drama and shit like that. And who knows, right? It could happen. Uh, I might drop in every now and then just to see like the progression of this general, and hopefully they maintain it. Hopefully it becomes a staple of R9K. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, that was the biofilm general thread number 5. There's probably one going on right now. But I'm smart enough not to hop on 4chan. Hold on. Let me see. Let me just see real quick. Let me just see. I bet there's one right now. So this was number 5. So let me see if they got one going right now. Tit cows. That's great. Don't Devin Haney and Ron Garcia fight tonight? So yeah, they got biofilm general 31. That was 5. This is 31, and it has 450 replies. I'm just skimming through it real quick. They're talking about video games. This is a good thread. This is good video game talk. I'm skimming through. I'm just skimming right now. I'm like, yo, this is cool. It's cool as shit. I like it. Yeah, they cool. The BioFem, Chad Marco approves of the BioFem gen on R9K. It's some cool shit. This is cool. Yeah, like they really talking about video. Now again, you got trannies and guys in there too, but still, like this is, like this is some cool shit. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, Team Fortress, Dopanga, yeah. I got you, Spyro, that's cool. Oh boy, okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back with my bros. Oh boy. Now that we finished our hour-long porn topic, let's discuss the biofilm thread. Yes. Exactly. Aristotle. Over for Moy cells. As always, women can't stand being anon because it takes away their female privilege. Even on the most anon site online, the first thing they do is declare they're women so they get special attention. They do. They will. They have. It is. But, again, man, what I always say is let the girls be girls. Let girls love attention, bro. It is, and that's their superpower is the fact that they are a girl, and I've learned to just not get bothered by stuff like that. The girls will be girls. Girls, they enjoy the attention that they get because of the hole between their legs. It must be fun being a celebrity by default. 50 Cent, he said something that I think is very true. He said, women are born stars. Men have to become stars. Basically saying women are born with inherent value to be a celebrity or star of such. Maybe not to the highest level, but even in a small town, if you're the prettiest girl, then you're going to be like a celebrity of sorts, just on a low level. And that's kind of what girls enjoy. I think even Iris admitted that a little bit, during the interview was that, she kind of enjoys the attention she gets on R9K. It's just, that's what girls do, man. Marco, who is your favorite streamer? Probably Coach Greg Adams. He's a streamer. That's probably my favorite. I don't watch a lot, though. I don't watch a lot. I'm not, because I got to stream. I don't got time to watch everybody. And I barely stream enough as it is. I might stream some Fallout 4 tomorrow. Man, I've been obsessed with Fallout. I'm sorry, guys. Part of the reason why I haven't uploaded a lot this month, I've been just obsessively playing Fallout 4. Oh my God, that game is just fucking crazy, bro. And it's crazy because I played the game a lot, over a year ago, and then I picked it up again just to finish it. I finished it. But then I started playing survival mode, and that's what got me. That shit is so fun, bro. That shit is so fun. But it's a time sink too, because you can't do shit like fast travel and you can't save everywhere. So you will fuck up and lose 15, 20 minutes of progress. Oh man. But yeah, I might stream some Fallout 4 later. Oh yeah, Jim Flam is married. I forgot. As far as I know, my wife is a biofem. As far as you know, you don't sound certain. And she once offhandedly remarked that she wouldn't mind me watching porn and expects me to do it anyway. That was before we got married, though. She sounds cool. I'm not against women not wanting to date a guy who watches porn. I'm not, don't get me wrong. Because quite frankly, like I said, the way porn influences people and the expectations you have as far as sex acts. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I watched a lot of porn and it's definitely influenced me in what I want to try if I ever have sex. Right? I'm trying to get nasty. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna let a girl know, yeah, I'm trying to get nasty. I need you to get sloppy with it. So I have a certain expectation that's been influenced by my indulgence in pornography. So I'm not against women I'm not against women who don't want to date coomers. Like I get it. Like I think there's solid reasoning for that because again, you might run into a motherfucker like me that's gonna want you to eat my ass, right? So I get it. I get it. And then on top of that, um, everybody can't like separate it as far as like the difference between like indulging in pornography and cheating and stuff like that because like you're literally masturbating to other people. You might not be interacting with them, you might not be DMing them or seeing them, but I guess it's kind of like if you think about it, like if you were with your girl in the mall and she see you just looking at other girls' asses, like of course that would make her feel kind of upset. Or if you saw your girl like looking at buff niggas at the gym. So it's kind of and so pornography kind of has that in a sense because you're looking at other girls, right? She's looking at other guys. So I think it takes a certain type of person to be okay with that. My thing is about that specific situation though was just like the fact that the guy did it for the girl, not for himself. That's what I didn't dig about it. If you're doing it for yourself, whatever. If you're a girl and you don't want to date a guy who's into pornography, I'm cool with that too. But it's just the motherfuckers who doing it for the girl. That's some corny shit. Cause it's like, what the fuck? Like you ain't do shit wrong. Like you think she ain't suck dick? You think she ain't lick ass? She's probably nastier than you. And got the nerve to have the fucking moral high ground. Like, ew, you look at porn, bitch. You lick man ass. You've had cock touching your tonsils. The fuck you talking about? That's what bothers me about this shit. Don't look at me. I'm some degenerate, and you pure. I'm a virgin. Damn it, I'm a virgin. Yeah, look at porn. I'm a virgin. You been with how many dudes and got the nerve to talk about me? That's all I'm saying. You to do it, do it for yourself. But to do it for a bitch, nah, I would never. But really, I want a girl that's a coomer. I basically, yeah, I want a girl that is into porn, bro. I would love to have a girl that was like into porn. She ain't got to be into it like me, but yeah, a girl that like is into hentai and shit and we could read it and watch it together and be like, ooh yeah, good, slick. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. So for me, it's a compatibility thing. I want a girl that was into porn because I just think we would be more compatible that way. Well, what this guy say? The lollies must stay. The lollies must stay. Ooh. When I was 18, I tried staging a takeover of LGBT when the R9 Gay General started up and got banned for a week. I actually got a few A9s to join me and shout up their catalog decently. This guy, I told you though, didn't I tell you? That shit was not cool at first, bro. In fact, I can remember like that was like this like trap porn civil war shit on R9K, dude. Where like people were upset about all the trap and tranny shit that was getting posted. I've been on R9K for too long. I remember this stuff. So now it's different. It's different now where it's like, transsexuals are pretty much synonymous with R9K at this point. But there was a time when there was like some resistance. Right? Jim Flam was leading the resistance and I didn't even know. Man, this guy was General Patton out there, man, just leading the way. That's some real shit though. It wasn't always cool. So the girls who are doing this whole biofilm thing, stick with it. You know, just be consistent. Ignore the trolls. Ignore the people who go into the thread trying to start stuff. You know, they got a good thing going on. But you know, the only thing about it, girls, and I mean, I try to say this as polite as possible, but you guys know I don't let girls in my Discord. That's like rule number one, because girls are just they trouble, bro. Girls are just problems. So that's the main thing I would like. If anything fucks them up, it's not gonna be the trannies. It's not gonna be the guys. It's gonna be themselves. Cause girls ain't nothing but trouble. Girls ain't nothing but trouble, man. Heather Harmon, I deep throat, classic stuff. She's still dropping today. Yeah, I've seen her make a comeback. You know what I think happened? Cause there was like she was gone. They disappeared for like what 15 years or some shit like that. Like over a decade. You know what I think happened? I think she got pregnant. They had a kid and then she had fell back. Cause no, like notice how they were dropping porn when she was like in her early 20s, and then she came back around what late 30s, early 40s. How long is that? That's just enough time to raise some kids. And now all of a sudden she's doing porn again. That's what I think happened. I think she got pregnant and had kids, and they fell back, and then came back probably once the kids or the kid grew up and was out of the house. That's my theory on that. Because I remember when they disappeared, everybody was like, "Where did she ever go?" Because I mean, Heather, she was one of the like top amateur girls back then because they were just consistently putting out like good amateur content, and then she just disappeared off the face of the earth. And then a few years ago she came back, and so I was like, yeah, she must have got pregnant and then came back later. She got pregnant and came back. You know, because that was a different time. That was different. That wasn't like now where you got like Riley Reed's, you know, doing what she did, simultaneously getting married and having a baby and posting pictures with the baby. Like this is a time now where like, you know, porn stars have their children and then like whatever for the most part. It's different though. It's different now. You know, I would imagine back then when Heather came out, probably a lot more uncomfortable with raising a child while having your image out there like that. Now, the decadence of society has reached new heights, much higher levels. So I guess it's like whatever, you know. Hellbreaker, welcome to the stream. And I'm just about to get off soon too. I've been out here for 2:23, but I might stream again tomorrow. How are you feeling? Are you feeling 100 again? You know, my neck. But I'm close. The thing about like the whiplash and the neck shit from the car accident is worse when I wake up. Once I'm up and I take like it's something about that hot water when it hit my damn neck just make me feel better. But once I'm up and I'm going, I'm good to go. But when I wake up, it's Frankenstein mode, bro. Like I get up just stiff. But other than that, you know, and we got the car working again. We got the car working again. You know, we just gotta get the police report and go through all the insurance bullshit. But other than that, you know, I'm feeling good. Fallout New Vegas, I heard was the best. Yeah, you know, whenever we talk about Fallout, everything from Fallout 1 to Tactics, 3, New Vegas, 4, 76. New Vegas tends to be the standout. Like the IC gets the highest praise. Um The interesting thing about that, I never finished New Vegas. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but like that was the one I like did not really get into. Like out of three, New Vegas and four, because those are the newer ones I play. I haven't played 76. I've heard nothing but bad things about that. But out of three, Vegas and four, three and four were my favorites. Vegas is probably number three for me. Now I played one and two, but remember those are the old school ones, and those just hard to get into, to be honest. Those older ones are hard to get into. Like I've tried, and I want to play it again. I want to try again, but yeah, they're hard. Like I would say the problem with the first two, even though they laid the groundwork of what we see today, they're difficult to get into because they're very dated. They're very dated. Like one of the funny jokes that people would make is like how often you miss in that game. Like you like the hit rate is just terrible in that game, especially early on and shit like that. And just it's very unforgiving. It's just dated, difficult to get into. Um, but you can't deny the value of the OGs because look what it's turned into. But four is my favorite by a country mile. Four is my I liked four before, but now having played survivor mode, like it's oh man, like I'm in love with that game now. Like that's my game of the year right now. you know, I'm gonna put out some more Fallout 4 adventures, but I'm in love with that shit. Hey Marco, are you menstrual cycle peeled? How well do you actually know about how a woman is highly influenced by her menstrual cycles? That's a random ass question. And how no one should ever date long term a woman who won't disclose her menstrual cycle. Now, up front, I don't know a lot, but I've heard about this. I've heard about things like this, and like I've heard of like usually when I've heard about this topic, it will be in connection with birth control. Because apparently like birth control throws off a woman's menstrual cycle and can affect like the type of men that she's attracted to. Like that's what I've heard in regards to that. But I've never looked into it in depth. Girls are trouble. I've been talking to this girl who's been talking to me about her exes. Her last boyfriend was supposed to be the good one, and just out of nowhere, she's pushing this narrative of him being just like all her exes. One thing I realized, a girl with an abusive ex, or a girl that has a lot of negative things to say about her exes, that's a red flag. If you think about it, that's a big red flag because you got to think like why why and how did she end up with somebody like that in the first place? Like, was he portraying himself to be a certain way in the beginning and then change for the worse? Because I think the fact is, a lot of times women just are attracted to guys who have, what we call the dark triad personality traits. I just think a lot of women have an inherent attraction to like bad boys and guys who can be somewhat abusive and cold and things like that. And then when they don't like that guy anymore, the same traits that probably somewhat attracted them to him become a way to talk bad about him. And that's one thing that I realize is that if a girl is talking too much shit about her exes, it might say more about her than him. Because again, why were you with the guy like that in the first place? Like oh, he was physically abusive, he was emotionally abusive, he was verbally abusive, but you were with him for 2 years. Like like that don't add up. Don't add up. That's a red flag. That's definitely a red flag. And I think it also shows a lack of accountability. I don't see women often who will look at a previous relationship and say, "Yeah, I fucked up. I fucked up. It was me. You know, I could have did some shit better." It's always, "Oh, my ex was just this. He was a tyrant. He was a monster." You know, that's definitely some red flag shit. She goes on about how all her previous boyfriends damaged her in some way. And I'm starting to believe that she frames them before leaving when she gets tired of them. The things she mentions that were done may just be true, but otherwise overblown. Then again, I don't know her. When she first saw me, she was framing me as some sort of psychopath. You do kind of sound like you got some dark, like what I know of you. You maybe not a psychopath, but that only changed like gave her attention to open up here. Oh my God, you going soft, Hellbreaker? What happened to Hellbreaker? The guy that chews concrete, jumps up and punches the moon. But yeah, definitely red flag. Red flag. In my book, a girl who has a number of abusive exes, that's a red flag. Cause it's like, why were you with somebody like that in the first place? So, but I think a lot of times women don't look at it like that. You know, an abusive relationship for them becomes an opportunity to play the victim. It becomes a good story. You know, oh, my boyfriend, he did, or my ex boyfriend did this and he did that. You know, but I think, you know, when you have a girl who was in a relationship like that and they stay in it for an extended period of time, it says something about them. And they might even, whether they admit it or not or realize it or not, they might even have an attraction to that sort of guy. And then just things didn't work out. And now that things haven't worked out, they're going to frame the things he were doing differently, you know. So definitely be careful with that. Be careful with a girl like that. She's skilled at what she does, and I respect that. I treat everyone who's put due diligence for long periods as worth my time. Hey, that's great, but you got, look, I'm just saying, you got some high level bitches out there that's still crazy. You got some high level bitches out there that are crazy, you know. I get it. You know, hard work and diligence worthy of respect, but they don't change crazy. She might be crazy as fuck, man. Just you know this. You know this. Just be careful. just be careful, you know. Just because and then you already coming to me like you worried, you know. It'll be different. You say, "Hey, Marco, I met this girl. She's amazing. Oh man, we're compatible. We're vibing. We share the same interests. She's wholesome. She's trad." I'm like, okay, yeah. But the first thing you say, "Oh man, she just got crazy ex boyfriends." That's, I don't know, man. Seems like you're worried too. All right, so here we are. We had a great stream. I'm glad everybody got in. We got the chit chat. We checked out the BioFem thread. Um, I think I'll probably stream on Twitch. Maybe stream some Fallout 4 tomorrow or something like that. I missed the Friday night gaming stream because my sleeping schedule has just been fucked up. My sleep schedule been fucked up ever since that damn car accident. But so I'll probably make up for the lack of a Friday night gaming stream for Sunday. But I gotta go and see if I can catch this goddamn Devin Haney Ryan Garcia fight. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you on the next stream. So Johnny.